And the shit that pissed me off with this bitch Braya is, you know, I don't know her health issues because it's not something she disclosed to me, and you know, through the HIPAA confidentiality, like this isn't something that I can like just look up. But everything that I said is because she said out of her own mouth. So when we go to Cabo and we go to where they're selling the tours, this is after she yelled at me in the hotel lobby. This is the very, you know, next day. We get there and we meet this guy. His name is Isaac. He's a tour salesman, and he sells us this tour. The first one was with the clear boat with the, where you can see the fishes, and it took us to like this private beach, and you know, we can decide if we want to get off and enjoy the beach, or you know, go back, or you know, whatever it was. It was a tour. It was like a two-hour thing. So on the boat, it's a clear boat where you can see the fishes under, and the tour guide is talking about, you know, what they talk about. She's not wanting them to take pictures of us. She's not wanting to take her solo picture. She's very much like, oh my god, it's the sea. Oh my god, I'm like seasick. Oh my god, right? Okay, that qualifies as a health issue. Like, you're seasick, you know. You're not well, right? Okay, so before we went on this tour, the tour salesman, his name's Isaac, says, okay, so after the tour, you're gonna go into this little shopping center. You could, you know, pay for your photos, take a break, wait for the shuttle. The shuttle comes every like 15-20 minutes or so. If you can't find the shuttle, just look for me and I'll point you in the right direction. Okay, cool. So when we come back from seeing the fishes and being on this boat, we go pay for our photos, and while I did that, she was sitting in this like cafe area, and you know, she's having like her 7th conversation with her mom of the day, and she is going in on Mexicans just in general, just having this private conversation with her mom, but she's being racist as hell, and I'm like hearing her, right? Okay, we have both, when we have first got to this place, we had bought some barrels, and you know, but by the time she was sitting at a cafe, her sombrero had disappeared. So she was, you know, talking about how there were thieves and this and that, and she was just like talking so much shit. Actually, when she got off the phone with her mom and she looked behind her, her sombrero had just fell behind her. Okay, so now like we're walking around and we're doing a little bit of shopping, and she's like, do you remember where like the shuttle is for the next stuff, for the ATV riding and you know, the other stuff that we end up doing? I'm like, honestly, I don't know, but I could look for Isaac, right? Like, I say that because I am her friend on this trip with her, right? So we're walking around, and it's Mexico, so it's fucking hot. So once again, she's like, oh my god, it's so fucking hot. I can't stand it. It's so hot. Do you mind? Can I just sit here and can you go look? Like, I can't walk another second, right? Once again, that's a health issue. You're fucking having like a whole fucking heat flash thing. Like, that's concerning. Go ahead, take a seat. Let me go find Isaac. So I go and I find Isaac. I am a very friendly, personal person, and so I look for Isaac. I'm like, oh hey, where are we supposed to go for the shuttle? And he goes, yeah, you already paid for it, so you don't have to worry about paying for it. And he tells me about the whole thing and what they're gonna offer and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my god, that sounds like a lot of fun, right? And so he's walking me towards the meeting place, and you know, we're chit-chatting. He shared his drink with me because it was hot. You know, like he was like, oh here, like you want some, like, you know, it was a cold, you know, drink. I don't know what it was, pretty sure it had liquor in it, but you know, Isaac's cool. Okay, cool. So I see where we're supposed to meet for the shuttle, and I go back for Braya because I'm her friend. Like I'm not trying to do this. I could have just like there were several times where we could have just separated, you know. Okay, so I go back. I find Brea. I say, okay, come on. Like this is where we're supposed to wait for the shuttle. So she's on the phone once again with her sister or her mom for like the 10th time of the day, right? And I say this because in that point she was talking about like them and whatever, so it was kind of like contradicting. It's like, you stay on the phone with these two people. But okay, whatever. So then she's on the phone, and then the shuttle pulls up, and I get into the shuttle thinking she's right behind me. I look over, she's nowhere to be seen. I literally have to scream her name out 3 times for her to get off the phone and get into the shuttle, because we would have left without her. So then we get to our destination, and we go ATV riding, and we ride camels, and she's a bit uncomfortable because it was this place. It's like this little sell place where the camels are, where you could get like something to drink and like an ice cream or something. And because when you first get in, and like after you pay for your things, you put everything away in the lockers, right? And she was noticing whatever the fuck that she was noticing, that people were not being as polite as they should be to her standards, or whatever, you know. She was experiencing her experience, right? Which I had no idea of because I didn't witness it. I'm only saying this because 9 months afterwards she hits me up attempting to apologize. And so this story with the whole situation with Isaac, she turned it into. Okay, so anyway, 9 months later, okay, so let me just finish what happened in Los Cabos. Okay, so after the camel ride and everything, we go back to the hotel, and we change, and we go to the buffet, and she forgets her face mask. So me, once again, you know, being a friend, I literally go back into the buffet and come back with several plates, so she has options, so she's not hungry, because, you know, going back for her face mask was just doing too much, right? And we saw this dance performance, and then we had talked about well, I was going to Vegas after, so she had brought that up, and she was like, oh well, maybe she'll meet up with me in Vegas, and you know, we can, like, she had to spend a day or two in LA because she still had to work, right? Okay, cool. So from my end, I'm like, all right, cool, I might see her in Vegas, I might not. So my flight was before hers, so I left before her. I went to Vegas. I didn't hit her up, she didn't hit me up, and I didn't think anything of it. About 9 months later, she texts me out of the clear blue sky saying that she would like to talk. I have no idea why she wants to talk. I have no idea what's going on, you know. So I say, okay, like, I'll hear her out. And so she pulls up, and she feels a need to apologize, and we go get boba, which she doesn't even treat me for, which I feel like, I mean, if you're like trying to apologize to someone, at least you could do is buy them a drink, you know. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck? So okay, so we parked like 2 blocks away from my house, because I really just, I'm like, why has this been on your mind for so long? Like I really didn't think anything of it, right? And so she's like going to her explanation, and as she's going through her explanation, she's pissing me off again, because you remember the whole story with Isaac. Now she's fucking turned this shit into me tracking down Isaac so I couldn't fuck him. And I was just totally blown away because, bitch, I had to look for Isaac for the fucking shuttle because your ass was too fucking hot to come along. Like, and if I wanted to fuck Isaac or anyone else while I was on vacation, because you and I were both on vacation, it was both a little trip. I'm a grown-ass woman. I could do that. Like, so for her, so it's like, what's the point of apologizing if, as you are explaining yourself or as you are apologizing, you are so offensive, you are so disrespectful, and it just really blew my mind. So I told her that I did not accept her apology and to never contact me again. I got out of her car and I walked home, and I blocked and deleted her, and it was on my mind, and I talked about it with my girls, and we recorded it, and that was the longer version of the story. And I'm just like what? And YouTube isn't a content creator platform for me. YouTube is my personal vlog for when the fuck I pass away. When my children, my grandchildren, whoever is in my family who searches up my name one day, or whatever, and if I ever like sell my books or whatever, people want to see myself talking and my point of view. That's all the fuck it is, because I know my shit be long. The fuck? I know the fuck. Like, it's like, unless the title is directly towards you, I do not expect you to watch my shit. Like, that's just facts.